Inside Out 2 is incomplete without fear. Let's get into it. I wasn't very enthusiastic to see Inside Out 2 because I was expecting it to be bad because it's a sequel. But the thing is, Inside Out 2 was never going to be bad because the concept of the movie is too good, right? I really loved the movie. I cried. I didn't expect to cry, but I did. I really love it. I don't know what else to say. It was a beautiful movie. I haven't seen a lot of movies this year, but I can say with confidence that Inside Out 2 is my movie of the year. With that being said, something didn't sit right with me about the movie. Fear was simply a background character, and it didn't make sense. Anxiety was the emotion to overcome in the movie. Not overcome, but deal with in the movie. What is anxiety? Anxiety is a feeling of fear, dread, and uneasiness. It is our response to stress, a feeling of fear or apprehension of what is to come. Okay? Many of us, if not all, have had anxiety at one point in our lives. And it's safe to say that we all know that anxiety doesn't work without fear. If your experiences are different, let me know. But I know that anxiety works with fear. Anxiety did everything she did for Riley because of the fear of her not being good enough for the team. Because of the fear that Riley wouldn't have any friends in high school. So isn't it weird that the emotion that is supposed to push anxiety was in the background? Fear is our reaction to immediate danger, and anxiety is our reaction to the fear of something that hasn't yet happened. It would have been nice to see how fear gradually brings out anxiety or something of the sort. I don't know. Maybe fear splitting into something. I just feel like something was missing. In the movie, when Riley read what her coach thought about her, which was she was not ready yet, her beginning to think that she wasn't good enough was a legitimate fear, but fear was nowhere to be found. I think the missing factor is Bill Hader, right? Because in interviews, he kept talking about how he really wanted to be in a Pixar movie and how excited he was to be in Inside Out, to be part of Inside Out, right? Making suggestions, pitching ideas for the character Fear, how he could relate to the character he was playing and he was voicing because he gets scared, he has anxiety. It's something that he's been open about, right? He was so excited. You could feel the excitement from the way he was talking about the movie, And so for someone who was so excited for the first movie, what changed? Why wasn't he in the second movie? And I don't know a lot, but I know it was about the pay. I feel like the team behind the movie could have done well to include him and anyone else, and Mindy Kaling as well. Well, I need to be honest, I really thought the new voice for Disgust did a really great job. But with Fear, you could tell that something was missing. You could tell something just wasn't right? And he did his best. He did his best to make it work, but it just didn't because it wasn't his character. The reason why Fear worked the first movie was because Bill Hader included parts of his personal fear into the movie, right? His replacement can't do that. It just doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. And yeah, that's what I think. I'm not a health professional or anything, but I know what I feel when I have anxiety, and I know that fear plays a role. This is just my opinion, and I might be wrong, so I want to hear your thoughts. Maybe it doesn't work like that for you. You don't feel fear.
I feel disappointed that not too many people are talking about the brilliance of this scene right here. I don't know why people didn't catch it, but this scene over here is nostalgia. And it's brilliantly done because over here she's playing a game. So her core memories have been trapped, right? They've been sent away by anxiety. But then in this scene, she's playing a game she used to enjoy as her child. So her childhood memories are fighting to bring back her core emotions, the emotions she felt as a child. And this is like a representation of the way, you know, like you feel down, but then you see something you used to love back in the day and it makes you happy again. It brings back those emotions from back in the day. That's what this scene is. But I don't know if people just ignored it, people just didn't catch it, I don't know, but I think it's absolutely brilliant.
One thing I find very strange about this movie is that anxiety is never actually proven right. So basically, this movie only shows anxiety as having negative, destructive effects. Even though the whole point of these movies is that all emotions are valid, from joy to anger to sadness to whatever. Like, all of them have value. Except anxiety, who's just a villain that needs to be ignored.
So why don't we take a seat in our special chair?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
See? Isn't that better?
Oh yeah, that's the stuff.
Not to mention that, like, all the other new emotions here literally do nothing. like why is envy even here? This movie feels like they really wanted to just make a movie about having a panic attack, and then they built everything around that because everything else in this movie is so unimportant.
So let me know in the comments below. Until next time.